Hey guys. So I got my mods working again, or at least some of them, and I thought I'd do a little quick tutorial, informational kind of thing, and just kind of explain how. So I use UXM, I don't use IGP11, and I'm not an expert on IGP11 at all, so I can't really help with any of those mods. As far as UXM goes, UXM still works. An old unpack of the game probably won't, so you'll need to unpack the new version of the game. You'll also need to reinstall all of those mods, just like normal. Yeah. So, as well, Mod Engine doesn't work. It's a DLL mod. They'll need to update that one. So we're going to have to work with this kind of the old-fashioned just dropping everything into the actual game folders method. So what I did before even playing the game, when the servers came back online, I made a copy of my entire game folder. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of show what's up with that. So let's see here. I go to game. Goes like normal. So this is kind of what it looked like before the servers went back up. Just a ton of folders. I just copied everything. I made a big backup of this. That will probably be a significant size. That's going to be at least 25 gigs, probably a bit more. So, you know, you might need to make some space on your computer for that. But it ends up being pretty convenient for the processes after this. So after I made a backup of this, selected it all, and I deleted it. I deleted the entire thing. I went into Steam, I went manage, uninstall. I uninstalled Dark Souls 3 completely. This should not affect your save files, but I would recommend making a backup of your save files anyway, just in case. But it didn't affect mine. So uninstall, and then I reinstalled it afterwards. So that gave me a fresh game to work with. So then I went in here, and there weren't all of these folders. It was a much smaller number of files in here with an uncompressed game. So next, you're going to need to get the new version of UXM. If you don't have it, it's version 2.4. They did not make this version for the new release of Dark Souls 3, but I would recommend just using the newest one regardless. And if you've used UXM before, it works in the exact same way. It hasn't really changed at all. So let me just go ahead and grab that. Let's see. So it's going to be this. Then you click uxm.exe, and it's going to come out like this. You need to use browse, and you can just go to this same location. It's probably going to be the same on your computer. Regardless, you need to find the Dark Souls 3.exe file, and you need to unpack. That'll take a second, and then you need to patch, and that'll usually take a little while. And then once that's done, you're done with UXM. Don't need it anymore. And then after that, I dragged all of the mod files, or mod folders specifically, not files. So like, let me find my backup real quick. I basically went here, and I just selected all of these, Control C. Now, you shouldn't select the files. These guys, don't drag these over. Most of them won't really affect anything, but the DLL files specifically will cause you the exact same problems you've been dealing with for launching. You just want to get the folders, just these. Control C, come over here to your actual game, Control V, drop them in here. It's going to ask you if you want to replace existing files. The answer is yes. And if you were using Mod Engine, the files you're interested in are going to have a different location, which you should probably know if you've been working with Mod Engine. They're going to be in the mod file, this little guy. In that case, these are the ones that you need to copy over. So again, Control C, bring them over, Control V, replace the files, and so on. Throughout this process, I really recommend that you do not delete anything in your backup. If you care about your mod files, if they're like things that you wouldn't easily be able to re-download, if you have a whole bunch of mods like I do, it will be way more convenient if you just keep them throughout this process. Anyway, so I've said that. I've been preaching backups in these mod videos for a while. Just do it. It keeps things simple. Now, what I had to do when I did this, I actually had some modded files in the main game section. So like out here, I actually had some modded files in like in my menu section, for instance, and then I also had modded files in the mod folder menu section. And the reason was because I was using UXM to mod things before I got Mod Engine. So I had a bunch of these mixed in. The order that you want to do this in is first you get, actually this backup, this was me, and this is literally just the game files again. So you probably won't have that and won't need that. But again, you're going to copy all these folders, paste them into your game file, replace what needs replacing, and then you're going to go into the mod section specifically. And copy these over. And the reason is, however you were doing things, Mod Engine would take priority over the other files out here in the game folder. So it's possible that throughout modding, you might have ended up with some mods that are on like the base level, and then other things that supersede them in the mod folder. All of this might be gibberish if you just have a couple texture mods, so don't get overwhelmed. But anyway, you just want to bring them over here and replace the new fresh install. And here's the beauty of all of this. After you do that, it should work. Just click play on Dark Souls 3, and it should work. If it doesn't, you still have a backup of everything. So it's not like the end of the world if it doesn't work. You can still do another fresh install and go from there. It's all trial and error. But anyway, I just thought I would do a kind of informational video about this, and I think I've prattled on long enough. I'm going to do some more of these as I get some of these mod files working again. There's also going to be other tutorials on Dark Souls 3 content. If you're interested in that, consider subscribing. If you have questions, you can ask them in the comment section below. Or you can join my Discord and just message me directly, that's fine too. But yeah, y'all have a good day.